Aerogel, the world's best kind of jelly. What is aerogel? Have you ever wondered what jelly is? It seems solid, but it's sort of liquid. This property comes from the fact that jelly is actually a liquid inside of a solid mesh. This means jelly is mostly liquid with a solid mesh holding it together. This is the principle of aerogel, except instead of liquid, it's gas. Most aerogels are somewhere around 99.8% air. This arrangement results in some very interesting properties and has led to it having a wide variety of applications. Its properties can include water resistance, water absorption, heat insulation, and it can even have hydrophobic properties, meaning that anything coated in a thin layer of aerogel can become completely waterproof. When was it discovered? Aerogel was first discovered in 1931 when Samuel Kistler made a bet with his colleague, Charles Leonard. He bet that he could remove all the liquid from jelly, the dessert, and he did. But back then he wasn't using silica, although he did eventually figure that out. But he was using almost everything else. He even made aerogel out of eggs. How is aerogel made? Firstly, a silica alcohol gel is placed in a super high pressure vessel called an autoclave. The autoclave is then flooded with liquid CO2. The CO2 then replaces the alcohol within the gel. The CO2 is then heated to a supercritical point where it is in mid-transition between liquid and a gas, and becomes difficult to tell what state it is in. This is called a supercritical fluid. The autoclave is then opened and the CO2 evaporates, leaving behind the solid mesh. What are the applications? Aerogels have such a wide variety of applications, from insulation to catching space dust. One of aerogel's most basic uses is that it makes for phenomenal heat insulation and is significantly better than most other insulation methods. On the flip side, the most exotic use for aerogel was its use on Mission Stardust, a space expedition that's main goal was to catch space particles for study and observation on Earth. The aerogel was fitted in sheets onto an extendable net-like structure. Aerogel had another use in space. It was used as heat insulation on Mars because it was simply the best.